We continue to follow breaking news here. Nellis Air Force Base has confirmed a plane has gone down in the Northeast Valley near the Air Force Base. The Clark County Fire Department, Metro, and base officials are on the scene right now investigating the plane crash. What's right now not known is the fate of the pilot aboard that plane or the type of plane that did crash. That red dot at 2245 North Christie Lane, that is where the plane came down. Reports started coming into our newsroom around 2:40 in the afternoon. You can see a nearby elementary school, Martin Luther King Jr. Elementary School. The students were told to shelter in place for a time. Some of the students were out on a playground and they witnessed the entire thing. A person who works at the school told Fox 5 they heard the plane, the noise, the explosion, and then nothing. Fortunately, all the students are safe. The parents are right now picking up their students. I believe this is a live shot at Martin Luther King Elementary. You can see parents coming in to pick up their students on time. They were notified when that plane came down that their students were okay and that they were sheltering in place. Now, we want to show you some videos that viewers have sent in, and this is in the moments after the plane went down. You can see the thick column of black smoke coming up off that neighborhood. Metro Police speeding to the scene to see what they were dealing with. And again, a Clark County Fire or perhaps even an Air Force helicopter in the sky surveying the wreckage below. Again, we do not know the fate of the pilot on board. This is the newest video coming to us, and you can see just how intense that smoke was, how black it was coming up off that crash scene from Diana Robledo Olvera for us this afternoon. We have Fox 5's Drew Andre live near the crash scene. So, Drew, what are you seeing and hearing out there?
Well, John, right now we're at Christie Lane and Judson Avenue. As you can see behind us, there's a lot of police activity. They have blocked off right here. As well, in the background, you can see that there are fire officials and what looks to be a staging area over there. Now, where you see the military uniforms and also police that are over there, there was either some sort of pole or post that is down over that way. We're going to keep on moving on towards the left side. As we get closer towards the school over there, there's even more presence there from the fire department over on the other side. And again, that area is blocked off as well. As you can see, the street down from us is also closed off with police activity as well. But again, right now we're still trying to see what we can on scene. But at this point, as John mentioned, we do know that there was a crash here, but we will continue to update you. But first, we were going to send it to some people that live in the area that we spoke with who said they didn't see the plane come down, but they heard some of the sounds.
My dog started flipping out like randomly, like he was running around the house, like kept trying to go to the door, kept trying to go outside. I'm like, what the heck's wrong? Because he never acts like that. So I opened the door and he jumps over our fence and runs down the street. And then right afterwards, my dad, he comes out and he's like, hey, a plane crash just happened right down the street.
So, of course, still a lot more information for us to figure out. But again, as you can see behind us here on Christie Lane, lots of presence with police. But for now, John, we'll send it back to you. All
right. We should note that Metro has not confirmed if there are any injuries on the ground. They just say they have multiple units from different commands out at the scene right this afternoon. So just to kind of wrap things up for you right now, before we turn it back to Ellen, there was a military plane crash in the area of Bledsoe and Cary by the Air Force Base, by Nellis Air Force Base. We do not know the fate of the pilot. That plane came down awfully close to an elementary school. Parents are picking up their students right now. Everyone is safe in that school. They were asked to shelter in place for a while, but some of those students and some of the staff also witnessed the crash. They told us they heard a loud noise and then nothing. The crash came down in a residential area. We don't know if anyone on the ground was injured or if it hit a home in the area, although there are homes in that neighborhood as well. So we're waiting for word on that as well. If anyone on the ground was injured, the fate of the pilot aboard, what type of plane it was, why it crashed, of course. That's all answers to be worked out in the coming hours, days, and weeks even. So you'll want to keep it here. We have crews on the scene, not only Drew, but Maddie White's there as well. We'll have a full report for you coming up in just a few minutes here on Fox 5 News at 4.